Hey guys, welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. This is, I don't know what episode it is, but we're going into the third trial. So, here we go! Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation. They were gathered by the right door.
Monokuma appears!
Hello.
He's multiplied.
Oh, not multiplication, it just looks like I'm moving so fast it only looks like. Yeah, can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Can we just get on the elevator?
You're not playing along? No.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay, fine.
Hey!
If everyone's here ready to go, please board the pain train or the elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we? Monokuma is the only one fast enough, right? To do all the things that have been done. Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
Never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
I told you already I didn't do it, for serious.
That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume or the note?
Oh, well, no, but
How unfortunate. The note would seem we have a
hey. This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the room. She's alright, let's get down there first and the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right, I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed, for everyone who's still alive, and for the two who lost their lives. Is it the deadlies? Is it all the deadlies? No, the deadlies don't start until... Deadlies don't start until the trial actually starts. Wait, was Makoto wearing glasses in that shot?
Hey!
Everyone. It begins when we get down there.
Yes!
Come on, Big Mac. Let's do this.
It wasn't me. You gotta believe me. You know what? I believe you because I was in the same position as you. It would appear the culprit. Everyone else was so quick to... Were you listening? Wait till we get to the courtroom to begin your arguing.
Yeah, I just want to hear what everyone is.
Let's hurry up and go so we can make Hero pay for his crime.
Damn!
I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude. I don't think anyone does. Here we go. And the steel box began to move. Yep. There's one less person. Or three less people. The elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Till we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator's door slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. It's blue now.
When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Because of you. Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Wait a second. If we keep going down by twos, what happens if the next trial also kills two people? What happens if either the next investigation two people die, or someone gets punished for breaking a regulation, and then eventually after doing the class trial it's down to just one person alive? Do they automatically graduate? Stop goofing around to begin the trial.
Don't rush me. Of course I gotta start. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break.
That's totally me.
I never hold out on you like that.
That's totally what I've been like. So the curtain opened once again in deadly judgment. Here's the deadlies. Yeah, no one cares. Yep, we save. Okay, set skills. Focus gaze by 2. Okay, sure, why not? Upshift, that increases the aim. Melodious voice. That's all the skills I have, so...
Let's begin with a basic explanation. If you can figure out...
Yeah, why do we always
I'll
begin with the
punish
explanation?
Now,
We already know who
was that?
it was. Hero. He does not have an alibi for when the... Don't try and deny it!
I didn't. Someone knocked me out.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hero, blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. It points to you as having created this...
How many times do I don't know.
Is he really the killer, or before anything else we have to make that clear? What if I got... Make your argument. Yasuhiro's message.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
I don't know which of the two it could be. I mean, looking at the blueprints again. Remember, right, Hero's handwriting is...
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints. The
Blueprints.
suit parts, they are all proof enough.
No, the thing!
You are
Oh! How do we speed up? We speed up by holding
not
control,
true.
right?
Hero, what?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are...
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, so that was the right one. Alright.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look. It's the note that Hero wrote. Asking if the handwriting's obviously when you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think unless that person made it a point.
No, the difference is...
Come on! I'm not smart.
So Makoto, are you saying...
And he's not the only one.
Then who was in that rope? Is it like Hero said?
The suspicious individual. Go ahead, Makoto.
Of course he passes off to me. Vicious individual.
I got it!
Hero?
Other than Hero, obviously he was the one in...
Then there can be no...
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect sense. Hero...
So what you're...
That's right. The culprit in this case...
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you
Yeah.
have to make such a statement?
Of course. There's something else we need to clarify.
Hey, stop!
All things have a...
So what is it?
We must clarify the It would seem that his corpse, Makoto...
Yes. It must have been the repository dolly.
I got it!
So we used... Must have been the blue tarp.
I got it! They were...
The
So...
attitude.
Taka's body disappeared from the... And when we found it for the second time...
Yeah, is Makoto
it
wearing
was
glasses?
the blue tarp,
Since when
right?
does he wear glasses? Where's that... Where are those tears?
It was the same tarp that up in... So the killer must have seen it there. That way, they...
Okay, that's...
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's
And
body.
Taka's hair is back to normal.
But when the body disappeared... Later, when Taka's body... So did the...
In other words, but are you sure you are... Huh? Are you absolutely positive that dolly was made specifically? It would be very strange, is it not possible, that it was...
She's raised an object.
There is no shame in being... We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
What? But I solved the first two trials! Maybe I can change my mind. A new element. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely! Start reloading. Starting with the next, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't been a limit on how you can... Now I'm just locking on and pressing. Now it will cost you one bullet. Once you run out of bullets, you can't, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key. Oh, God. Wait. I think I'm on kind.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you.
Shit.
You miserable wretch. I cannot agree.
God, I'm so bad at rhythm games.
Lies will get you nowhere.
Oh, wait, I don't have any...
Your worst, you miserable wretch. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So
There we go. Okay.
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Okay. Oh my god.
If you're asking for proof that when I found the dolly in the repository, there was a pool of blood in the equipment, the killer probably rolled the dolly and as the blood dried on the top. So there's my proof.
Really hate
Well,
me that much?
anyway, that was just something we had.
Yeah. The subject of how. What kind of robot?
I'm not sure that.
I'd be happy to explain why if you look back on how the body was.
What does he mean by that? Because the arms bend up, right? So how would you put the thing on there? What have I got? Robo Justice costume.
As you know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yes.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah.
The culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah. But even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
The costume.
No, it's wrong.
Break.
You're absolutely right that you could if you were wearing that suit.
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all...
You can't move your waist. Ha!
When you're in that suit, not am I right about...
Now that you mention.
It seems like it'd be awfully.
Well, what's this?
When you can't even see your feet? You...
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible.
On top of that, if you were, it's very unlikely you would have the.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of.
Because you can't take it off by yourself.
I don't think taking off the suit would...
Interesting. Let's clasp on the back.
That's true. It seems.
Then
I knew it. It was way too obvious that it was Hero. Like,
Hero wasn't just
well, like,
making it up.
I knew that it wasn't just Hero, and it seems that that much is true.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him. Showing up in the suit was basically...
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's
To be clear, whoever did move the.
No, wait. Just a sec. You all got a good look at it, did you? If whoever was in that suit,
That's a different costume. The
Besides,
second suit.
do you remember what the... So long as those facts exist, the individual inside the suit, and yeah.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too. Besides, before we rush to avert, instead of seizing on one view,
Perhaps, but
let's review this series of
I don't disagree. But our.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where.
All right then. I suppose we four of us gathered together. We waited there for quite a while. That was a.
And as soon as we...
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the
It seems I was unconscious. I know it was an hour, because I remember being
It was
attacked
Celeste.
a little after 7.
I think it was Celeste.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange. As it turns out, it also soon became clear. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and that he was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, and soon after...
I saw someone moving around.
My brain's still turning.
And then...
She said she groveled at his feet in order to survive. Celeste wouldn't do that type of thing. Although maybe, on the other hand, she says those who adaptation is survival. She was used to having pride, but she had to adapt to losing her pride in order to survive. Intriguing.
At that point, we decided Celeste, Hina, and I went, while Sakura, Byakuya... when we got back to... And that's when we heard... I left Celeste and Hina there and headed...
Meanwhile, we
Yeah, he
just
doesn't have glasses
discovered
there.
Taka's body.
Maybe
We
it's just
must
how
have
his
found
eyes
both
look.
bodies at almost exact because we heard the same announcement.
Well, no,
And
there's
that's
only
when
2
I told
people.
you guys about Hifumi.
Oh no, wait, there was 3, because Toko. Yeah, so
Then
the
three
announcement
of
was
us
at the same
headed for
time.
The nurses, but right after we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived. We rushed back to the.
Then we remembered we. But when we got there, next thing we knew, we were and after
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Okay, yeah, now that I'm looking at it again, it's just his eyes. I thought it looked like he was wearing glasses.
The whole thing, it certainly seems to me that these are
Okay, well,
rather than a single series of events, and from there, we can uncover. Now then, let's get
Contradictions. Where did I uncover? I have to find them no matter what. Okay. Monokuma file number 3.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
No, we don't.
Taka came last
what makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Justice Hammers were numbered, but they really used in that order?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
No. Shit.
Shoot!
No, well, then there's only one other one.
So,
Shit, man.
regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
Because she's saying the order. We already know what order they were killed in, and the debate is about that. So how do we know? Yeah, like literally the words are contradictory.
Justice Hammers.
What?
Shoot!
Memorizing! I forgot about that! Oh! Yeah, I don't care. I forgot about memorizing. Dang it!
is.
Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
But hey, I get all my influence back. Oh, hallelujah. Okay. Monokuma file doesn't tell us anything.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were
No,
killed
that's the
in.
wrong button. What was it? Oh, shoot. Focus gauge, concentration. Hold down the hold down the chute. Oh. And there goes the
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with
there
Justice
goes
Hammer
the
3,
achievement.
while
Oh well,
Taka's
we'll
death
probably get
came
it
from a swing of
during like the
Justice
first
Hammer
one or
4.
something.
See?
If I ever replay this
So
game.
it's obvious Taka came after.
And plus there's probably more trials. Okay.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi,
Okay.
or perhaps it was after?
This is really intense.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Wait, come
It's
on.
true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
We're fast
like,
forwarding this
I
time.
wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
Makes you say that.
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
There we go.
No, it's wrong. Hold on. There's no reason to, if anything, that's just...
So you're saying the cult, but in reality, Taka was killed. Okay then.
His watch. His watch. Hanged Man's Gabbit. Alright. Is it watch? What? Wristwatch. Okay, wristwatch. Right. Eye. We need an eye. We need an eye. We need an eye. Eye. Wrist. S. Wrist. W. W, W, W. W. A. I know how to spell. C. H. I know how to spell. Wristwatch.
Now I understand.
I got it. See? Look.
It must have gotten broken when he was.
Yeah, we already.
So if it wasn't broken,
And that would be his...
But if that's true,
And before Celeste was attacked...
that's right.
That simple fact, we made the wrong assumption about the...
That's exactly why the culprit wrote them that way when we saw how...
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the.
that may be true in the but all of our
That's right. When we heard Hifumi's. Then we. That's totally true.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded...
If that's true,
I don't know.
don't just go make it.
anyway. We all have rocks since all of us were there together.
And it does not stop there. When his body vanished, Hina and I were in the bathroom together. And then there's the. At that time, we were all. Well, don't forget, I was.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill...
Even if she could pull that off, there's because, as we just established...
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible. On the other hand, Hiro and
For now, we can't get fixated. So instead of who, in particular, I think we.
That's true. We searched everywhere, and according to what's... His body apparently disappeared, but to carry that much weight from the...
Oh, man, yeah!
Well, what? If the dead body.
The dead body.
I don't think it has anything to do... We thought Hifumi was dead. but
He wiped off his glasses.
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't?
But I mean, we.
Perhaps he was simply...
That.
Yeah, I don't like how people were assuming that they were dead. What if Hifumi was the spy? Broken wristwatch.
Are
Okay.
you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
I might also have to memorize
there's a
something.
chance he was actually still alive?
He's actually No, wrong one. Okay, whatever.
It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
So was Taka's.
Are we really so sure about that?
I don't think the broken
Maybe
wristwatch.
the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No, it's wrong. Was the body discovery announced?
Of course it was.
Maybe.
That's right.
So there's a good chance I think we've confused...
First of all, if two bodies...
Maybe Monokuma.
What do you say, Monaco?
Well, it's a but what I can say, it's only broadcast when...
That didn't answer our question.
No, actually, he said it's only broadcast when even if we find the same body again later. If that's true, then what?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly.
First time it played was when we found. The second time was when. Just after Hifumi came back to life. No.
Shoot,
shoot. No, not that one. When both bodies were rediscovered.
We heard it a second time in the... It didn't seem weird at the time.
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering
In reality, when the two dead bodies were discovered...
So when we found Hifumi, the meaning, he wasn't.
And that's just... There's one other thing that leads me to believe...
I because he was super good at playing. That is the worst, but honestly, I do not.
Okay then. Let's take. Then it should become clear.
This whole thing is.
Let's be proof. The wipe. The wipe. The glasses wipe. Hifumi's glasses, yeah.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned...
What? Oh, there's probably another one. Shoot. There's probably another one. She was probably gonna say one right after that. Alright, speed up.
And the next time it was in. But
I like the chipmunk.
Other than the change in how it was positioned,
There was no noticeable difference. There it is.
No, it's wrong.
Interesting.
In fact, there was one cleared his glass. That fact alone proves that...
Perhaps you'd like to...
When we found Hifumi in the nurse...
And there were packets of blood in the
When we
fridge.
found him again, they were spot. And I found the...
Was the glasses cleaning cloth. Yeah, it was an anime one.
It was a glasses cleaning. One look at the blood. This piece of cloth was, and the mascot on the cloth, and whose digital camera.
The character was...
I highly doubt anyone.
I see your point. And the
I wouldn't be caught dead using a...
A few tissues is all I need.
Then there's no question. What I'm saying is,
Even if that is true, it does not...
But who would benefit from a clean...
That's a good...
Then it must have been him.
So let's assume that if he pretends to be dead, then he stands up, and with that, the impossible task of moving.
But then... What was with all that?
The fridge in the nurse's office.
Yeah.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go, but he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that, it should be perfectly obvious.
Was Hifumi.
I got it! It could only have been...
While we were all gathered in the nurse's...
That also explains how the door...
The door was locked. Well, after the bodies disappeared, so me and Sakura, but when we got there...
And the repository door, which means when Hina
And it could only have been Hifumi.
He convinced us all he was dead. And so, Hifumi wasn't just...
But that means...
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show...
There's more.
Oh, absolutely. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
The paper. The note Hifumi had.
I got it! You're talking about the... That's right.
What? Him?
Okay, well, forget about...
That's the note I was... Huh? What? Monokuma can't find...
See.
It's not this...
In other words, the kill... And that person could only have been...
Taka.
I got it! That's right. The killer used this note.
Hello? Over. I don't really understand what's going on. So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out... Just to be clear. Oh, yes!
Can't let her get to me. Do I have the scrap of paper that... Because if I don't have that, broken wristwatch, Hifumi's glasses, I think this is a memorized one.
The note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been happy.
But remember what the note said.
The note
What
said.
time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
happened at 6 a.m.? That's what I need to clear up.
Puppy had the note, right?
I'll shoot that to get rid of it.
Must have been Huffy.
Huffy.
But remember what the note
What
said.
the note said.
What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
What? I shot! Oh, come on. Come on! That's...
Puppy had the note, right? Then the person it was must have been Huffy. But remember what time did it? 6 a.m. The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. No.
What the hell are you...
The note said to meet at 6. We've already proved it, but there's more. The equipment.
Which is where
So, Taka was. I think that should be plenty.
Well, no further objection.
Then someone used that note. The
But if they gave the note to Taka, stuff down his...
Most likely. Hifumi.
Where's your proof?
Proof that Hifumi Taka's... Kiyotaka's scrap of paper.
I got it! When I searched Taka's box, if I'm right about this, I knew it! It fits
Then Taka's...
Yup.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka. There's only...
Taka died clutching the note, leaving behind. Did I get all that?
That means Hifumi knew.
Exactly. Which...
Whoa, yeah. After seeing it, he was behind the whole thing.
Sorry. No.
Which means he would only have been an accomplice to Celeste. Right?
When we found him in the repository, the second body discovered.
So then...
Whoever did is...
He was killed in the repository.
So, he must have been killed.
During that time, we'd all split. In other words, during that time.
Wait! But stop trying to steal the... Who are you calling?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me.
And what might that...
The weapon they used.
The weapon?
Yeah. Because the way Taka and Hifumi were killed, but Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were. So if Hifumi, the culprit, would have had to grab, then put the hammer, but wouldn't that be.
I'm surprised. It seems they're.
Hell yeah! It's.
He's right,
Nice.
though. The Monokuma file make. But if the hammers were.
So the question is, personally, so which hammer was used to...
Those were accounted for in other rooms.
Is it not possible?
I don't think it is possible.
So then.
That was... The pictures surrounding this case won't become clear. Somehow I have to find the truth. What am I loaded with? Spotless hammer. The spotless hammer. Yeah, that makes sense.
What was used to kill
What was
Hifumi?
used to kill?
Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it? Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the.
That one.
Justice Hammers.
No, that's wrong. The murder weapon wasn't a
But
specifically a hammer from the. Now, all they. But for some reason.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean, if the hammer got covered in heat. I'd also like to point out that and even some flat. I think whoever made the justice.
If that's true.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body.
Whoever did that is the truth. Hold on a moment. The way the graduation rule works, so the idea that anyone...
This was but. Spotless hammer. I don't think that's going to
Based
help
on the
anything.
rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible.
I don't think
Two
it's
people
impossible.
work together on this.
I think we gotta memorize the next
How
one.
the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
2 murders, impossible.
Based
2
on the
murders.
rules that have Even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out the act, assuming the rule holds true.
No, that's wrong.
Okay. There was a small little break, and that made my heart stop for a second. It was like the counter didn't
Since
pop
there were
up.
2 murders.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder,
Risk versus...
the payoff for working together. There's no point in being someone's accomplice. However, if there were some potential mutual reward,
You're saying that 2 people could act.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been they made him carry out the first.
So in this case, there was instead each, and it only looked like one person because that's a single suspicious individual.
They drugged
Similar by
Hifumi.
creating one seamless set of.
The mastermind picked their and then to avoid the no accomp, which, if true, means that betraying.
That's just...
You think so? I can't.
I must have noticed that fact in the very beginning. She said not to look at this. It is amazing. Although, think about it, she's almost too amazing. It's almost unnatural.
I understand how an accomplice could.
That's problem numero uno.
Is it Kyoko? I honestly don't know if it's Kyoko.
Shoot!
Shit. Okay, so then it's Celeste. Oh, they manipulate. Yeah, because they manipulated Hifumi. They manipulated Hifumi, which would mean Celeste.
Here's my answer.
Yeah.
It was Celeste.
So I'm the...
A joke?
So what you are saying then? The idea that I would choose to step, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit.
Just to be clear,
Is that so?
it is. Throughout the investigation, considering what we've learned so far,
Had in common. Encountering the suspicious individual.
The behavior they had in the only ones who ever actually saw.
shush. The adult. As he said, only if we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits
Are you saying...
after taking Hifumi to the and not too long after,
That she saw him.
we headed to the 2nd floor next to draw.
She let out.
And when we'd all come to see, once she'd done, it was time for her part.
It was to get us to divide into...
In fact, Celeste was precise.
Yeah. Ha! I did. I called it. I said she manipulated Hifumi.
Well,
Before
if
I
Celeste
got confused and said that it
Hifumi
was
were working
Kyoko.
together, and on top of that,
Was so that he could
that
hear.
was to signal it was your way of telling him we're. Why else would you let out a?
I just realized when we found Hifumi in the... Celeste, you wanted to make sure we wouldn't have...
I don't...
Hina, you were with...
Yeah? Wait,
She wasn't worried about you.
Each piece isn't much by itself. Wouldn't you agree?
I have no idea...
Don't bother trying to deny.
She's been incredibly pushy this whole time too. And Leon was incredibly pushy during the first one.
Oh,
I didn't even catch it myself. Looking back, I can say I'm talking about what you said after.
I remember her saying that.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and then Makoto showed up and told us if once we were in the hall, we ran. Now, the entire time we were think about it. Celeste's comment.
Yeah, I see what you're talking.
You hear that, Celeste? If you're really not the culprit.
What is he alluding to? He's alluding that she said, like those guys, right? Akuma file number 3. Okay. I don't know how
all
that's
you
going to
said was... They must really be enjoying this. enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
No. Shit. Ugh. What?
All I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us.
No, wrong one.
standing
Memorize.
around,
There we go.
frightened
I keep pressing space instead of
confused.
memorizing.
They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just
Sleep.
like those guys. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Those guys. We gotta memorize those guys and shoot that with it. Right?
All I said was, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all.
And that's all it takes to finish. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
No. What? God. I'm trying to make the... Ugh. What?
All I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened
What?
and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all
I
going to
don't
die.
know. What?
We are going to die, just like
What?
those guys died. And that is.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
So strange. Wait, memorize so strange and shoot those guys.
All I said was, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to. We are going to die. And that is.
And that's all it takes to
No.
finish this. It's
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Okay, yeah, now that I've memorized that.
All I said was, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those.
Is that it?
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, okay. Phew.
That's right. There's no reasons when she said that.
exactly. So there was never any chance for her to have seen.
So how did you know? How did you know more than one person had been killed? Because Kyoko had also disappeared.
You all have such vivid
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lost. Then what about the pic?
That was Hifumi.
It has to be Celeste. Put the suit on. And that...
Have you so quickly forgotten? You just in other words, it is an if everything I told simple.
Are we sure?
What could you possibly mean?
Surely there are other explanations.
No. There
It wasn't a picture. The other possibility is Hifumi is dragging the suspect away.
It's not a picture. I would say it's a picture of him.
That's certainly within the one being dragged off in that we've simply been led. And the strange costume might, if you saw someone wearing something like that.
That's what happened! You put me just...
is utterly Hifumi was dragging you.
Is it?
Then shut your mouth.
Is it really possible? Make your argument. Okay, what have I got? Robo Justice costume. Okay, Robo Justice. I think it might be.
Dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Shit. Oh, what?
Dressed me up in that suit after I... Then you just draped me... You tried to make me look...
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, if the person in there's no way they... And the fortune-telling idiot...
No way!
Said that she couldn't bend at the waist.
You dressed me up in that suit after
Oh,
I
the
passed
costume.
out.
That's what it is.
Then you just draped me... You tried to make me look...
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, if the person inside the suit... There's no way they could stand up...
No.
There we go.
No. Even because that robo just...
There's a certain characteristic. Hina couldn't stand up in it.
That's right! I'm not... I think the suit was just...
Celeste and Hifumi took the... That's how they were able to... The point of it all was to make us...
Well then,
Checkmate?
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Ooh.
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten?
The one in the suit was Hiro?
When we asked him who had it, he said...
In other words, Yasuhiro...
Right. But mind
Your confusing statements don't make any sense.
He did say Yasuhiro.
What the hell?
Kyoko.
Think back to how did he refer to each of us?
He said people's last names.
That's right. Our
Exactly. I know. So if Hifumi did mean to...
I'm sure it was just indecent.
don't talk.
Random chance. No. There's no reason, but he must have run out of energy.
So Hifumi was trying to...
But the name he said doesn't apply.
Well, no. And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit. Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you?
That's why she cut it out of her name.
Do
That was her secret! That was her secret in chapter 2!
what? I
Okay, then Phyllis...
Make my real name is Celestia.
So then I have to do something to make her accept it. Is it a bullet time battle? No, okay. What do we got? Make your argument. E-handbook, spotless hammer, Yasuhiro's message. Okay.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something.
E-handbook!
He wanted us to know the killer's last name.
Yasuhiro.
Yasuhiro.
The E-handbook! That would be where...
There's one person here who might have that last name.
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you?
Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm
Love it
not
when Master
pretending.
yells at people.
It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
Shit! There's things there.
That's the only truth there is!
Alright, that's definitely what it is. Yeah. Alright, so we gotta speed all the way to the end, and then we gotta slow time so we can shoot out the noise.
how many times?
Celestia Ludenberg!
How long do you plan?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way...
There we go.
No, that's wrong. That's it.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook, Monokuma told us... So all we have to do is... That's how we can find out Celeste. Celeste, can you please just tell... Please.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just because until the game's over, you never know.
Fine then. Let me go over the case again. From the beginning, and that'll bring...
Closing argument. Okay. Alright, so... Okay. I don't know what's up with this. That doesn't belong there, I don't think. Would've walked in. This would be where she took the picture. would swing. No, because that's his hammer 2. That's his hammer 2. So would this be what they do? Would they drop hammer 2 there? And then it would be the clock, right? 6? Where 3 was, right? Yeah, that's where 3 was. I don't know what this is. So this is where he moves it. Okay, let's not reenact it just yet. Here, let's take this out. Check the hint. In this case, how did the killer... Was it seduction? How did the killer recruit? Time. What time? There we go. Then, make sure. Who was it that the killer summoned first? Hifumi. So it would have been this picture of him, right? Wherever I put that. Where did I put that? Who the killer summoned first? Which would have been Hifumi, right? Yeah, so that one's definitely the camera. I have no doubt about that. Then, is this what time? Yeah, what time? And what is this one? Justice Hammer. What number was it? Okay. It was number 3. No, it was number 4, yeah. Where did I put 4? Where did I put 4? Put it anywhere else, did I? No, okay. Then this one was in the nurse's office. That would be 3. Where did I put 3? Fumi used something to fake the existence of a shadowy criminal. Is that in the library, I think he said? Yeah, that one definitely goes there. And then, what is this? The weapon the killer used to kill Hifumi. Here we go. This should be it, although I might have one thing wrong.
Before anything, the kill...
What? I don't know. Is that what goes there?
Here's exactly what happened.
What? How do they convince him then? Oh, was it just...
Here's exactly what happened.
I don't know.
Before anything.
Okay, yeah.
Hifumi. With... First,
She'd be obsessed with money because she's a gambler, right?
that someone named the murderous duo intended to pass... They drugged him, knocked him... Next, While the killer used a they did all this when they were done with him. And then finally, they called Taka. And that's where Hifumi. The murder weapon was just the reason hammer number 4. So,
well, hey, I just realized the first female killer, because it was Leon and then Mondo. Huh.
Wanted to make sure the second fake this time, they planned with these two that the suspect was in. We fell right in. While we did that, this was exact. He took a and turned the room into. He let out a scream. Meanwhile, so when we heard the body
Interesting.
we left the nurse's office. He simply got. When we learned his body had disappeared, and once again. He left Taka's. That explains how. But even Hifumi didn't. Their plan all along was to, and they did it using an or that should cover everything.
You, Celeste. Yeah, the killer accusing scene has always been the same for the other guys. Interesting.
Celeste.
I did it, yeah.
Lost? When was the last they hang heavy around?
Then you admit it?
This Taiko Yasuhiro's spy.
Taiko?
So, you...
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Interesting. C-A-C-A-A-A-A-A-A-B-A-A. Huh. Interesting. 90 coins, that's still more than
Okay,
the first one.
Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no, I suppose this is the end.
It is indeed the if you would. And when the votes are tallied, will you make the right choice or the...
Yeah, we know. Interesting. Oh, and there are grayed out pins for the people who are dead.
It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. Back in this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Lunenburg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
They lost. Or no, her voice changed. I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan? But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have been. I'm sure she relied on her specialty. Why? My specialty.
So then.
How did you use? I figured out. You're absolutely right. To act as my compass, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it. There's one thing we're both super into. What's she talking about?
Say what?
What? What are you talking
Just
about?
a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here.
I'm totally out of the loop as
In other
usual. How's
words,
that?
You're the one that stole it? That's right.
I see.
You used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night after we had that meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit.
Oh, what are you doing here?
This is about what was stolen. I know I did it.
What?
Are you
It
okay
was
with
Taka.
this?
You stole it.
What?
So
I have proof.
then.
Would you like to see it?
Damnation!
As for me,
Oh,
as for me,
what? Damnation! Say what?
Oh.
Leon?
most unfortunate. Actually,
What?
Indeed. Honestly.
I swear!
I have to save her.
Then would you like to join me? It just so happens I've come up with a plan. Yeah, I keep forgetting on the voices. I keep getting wrapped up. I'm sorry, guys, but it's so good. I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete.
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me. I have another question for you. What was that strange costume?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something out of the face and general bodies. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place. So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. Well, that's it?
Let's see.
In that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry. But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually
Are
let him
you
live?
okay with?
That's simple. After he did his part, someone showed up. I told him he'd say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held it. Can you really believe that? Of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it, the plan was, while you were all questioning him, he was going to murder someone else. Otherwise, so nobody could get them. It all seems very stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate him up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the
So
end,
you would plan to kill him all along. But of course, it would have been no point in my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself. Human life means so little to you. It's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win. No, you sound like Byakuya. No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we have nothing alike.
Why?
Then what make you take this as fun? Was it really just for money? You're talking about the $10 million? That is, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment I knew life, my only thought has been escape.
But
What? All you've been saying is how we have to... Obviously, that was a lie. Yeah. Couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here. I wanted to get out every day was fresh torture. You want to know why, huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream, and accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever. Why do the girls always have dreams? I risked my life to make a metaphorical
As
killing.
for me,
It was all for that dream. What was this dream?
Isn't
Was
it
to live in a
wonderful?
European castle. A castle? Together, handsome men from all over the world to serve as my botany/bodyguards. She looks pretty nice. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained them, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world
This
of
is fine.
decadence. Living the rest of my life, there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Fair enough. And with my own winnings, Monokuma's would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge,
There
but
is nothing to be
fortunately,
done.
my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end. So why would I?
Just the
I'm
words.
so passionate, but were you really able?
Oh,
You're asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing. I feel
Do
nothing.
you
That's all there is to me.
understand?
That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Did you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? The ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unknown. That's why you're not
Yes,
scared. That's right. I
indeed.
don't fear death. Kill me however you like. You know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice,
Isn't
then
it
I think I
wonderful?
would like to come back as Marie Antoinette. You just get executed again. But she'd live in a European castle. Must have been her final line. That vague, fake smile is what betrayed her.
You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The black can disturb the peace and let's pay the price now that I prepared a very special punishment for her, the ultimate gambler. Let's give it everything.
Oh, that's voice. I keep forgetting.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What? Will it really give you the hope you're looking? Which is why, actually. Well then, perhaps we'll meet again.
Yeah, it's this section. It's Monokuma pushing the button that I keep getting copyright claimed off of. I got it claimed in the first episode with who I now assume is a physicist. And then I just now finished the first trial on YouTube. I just now uploaded the first trial, so... Oh? Is she gonna get burned at the stake? Please tell me she's getting burned at the stake. Please tell me she's getting burned at the stake. Please tell me. Please tell me. She's don't... Burning of the Versailles witch. Yes, she is. I suspected as much. Intriguing. it doesn't have the. Wait, there's bits of it. It's its own remix of it. What? Is that gonna run her over? It was a lie! Ha ha! The burning was a lie. She was really just getting run over. That's the end of the third attempt. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but I can't deny that at one point I considered her for him to just come along and...
Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of the regrets from the outside world, and so more people have to die. You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives. Jeez, and here I thought you guys were going to pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. It's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is. But the reality...
Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
God, I'm so sick of people keeping it starting. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object? So what's the deal with that? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine. What did you do to me?
What?
hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Oh man, oh jeez.
What the fuck? What? What?
Hello. Well, see.
so
It's the key to one of the dressing room lockers. Celeste probably had it in there. I suppose sometimes it's easiest. In one of the dressing... Where's the dressing room? I don't actually know. I don't actually remember what that is. Oh.
hey,
What?
so
You're gonna have to ask.
Come on.
I think...
What?
I'll go too. You? Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us. Do whatever you want.
Well
Okay.
then.
And it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay?
So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means? Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show her a little backbone.
I try to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, even me and Kyoko.
shall we go?
Oh, Joey? Yeah.
So then,
I need to get into the locker. Kyoko took the keys Celeste had and we'll let the locker into the locker. Good morning! It's been a while, hasn't it? Safe, thank goodness. It's like, I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, I think I might be able to open up. Because I'll try my best. Please, so now we can officially say. Can we take a second? I need to be honest with me. Please tell me. What are you trying to do all on your own here at the school?
however,
I don't need to know. That just makes me even more worried. Worried? Like what happened during the event? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you did that,
Indeed.
it's only natural that they think you did. No, I believe in you. Isn't it obvious people believe in their friends, right? And that's why I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me too, because we're friends.
it's true.
Just a little bit more. Then,
That's fine.
fine. I'll tell you why I've been... See... Well, frankly...
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance, and in the storage closet there, way in the back... She said it was way in the back. Could Kyoko really be right about this? What? Is it a way out? It's just a normal storage closet. Could it really be hidden here? She said it was way, but I mean, seriously, without thinking. Kajunk! I had no idea what was going on. Going through the back of the storage. Huh? And the back wall was like a revolving door, just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
Secret room. Ooh! This is a secret room. What's in here? There's a bunch of files and one looks like they're all covered in dust looking at everything. Hope Speak Academy student registry. Has someone been looking at this little file before I had a chance to look at it? It's looking what's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I could understand it. If it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. I've seen them somewhere before. What? I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? Oh! A strange sound ring. It was like darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. With that, I opened my eyes. Is that the 16th guy? Ow! Apparently something hit me. That's all I did. The dull throbbing pain. Push of all empty. Gone. It's all gone. The books didn't register. Even the note didn't fall. It's all gone. What does this mean? I refuse to do any more. Now I should head back to my room, get some rest. But it was heavy with pain. Things are getting blurry. I can't see in front of me. Do that. Some sound. It's faint, but not behind me. That sound. It's coming from the gym? As I desperately hold my shaking frame, the sound is stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing here in the gym? What the hell? Didn't make a sound as the sound's coming. It's fine. One side's not human, that's for sure, but it's gonna stop staring.
Why? I asked you if how this what?
I've made a I will no longer retreat. I've made my... I'm going...
But you haven't what I'm hoping.
Mastermind spy is Sakura? The next generation legend, stand tall, galactic hero? The end. 7. To be continued. I think that's where we're gonna call it. My head's spinning from this. You got the Super Robo Justice present. Okay, cool. 3 is a crowd. Yep, there it is. Leon killed Sayaka. Oh, well, I can't pause here, so. Leon killed Sayaka. Monokuma killed Junko. Then Leon got executed. Then Mondo killed Chihiro. And then he got executed. Hifumi killed Taka. Then Celeste killed Hifumi. Then she got executed. And that brings us up to now. The next morning in the dining hall the day after Celeste's case. Now there's only 5 of us here. Only a third of the number of people we started with.
Indeed.
Well, this has become commonplace. That's true. What did I see yesterday? I don't understand. Sakura's the mastermind spy. Can that really be true? Makoto, are you okay? No, I'm fine. I can't bring it up in front of the others. If I did that, it would just confuse everyone that much more. Okay, in that case, let's eat till we pass out. What do you mean in that case? Well, because look how scary everyone looks. It's gotta be because you're all fighting on empty stomachs, right? If you fill your belly, I'm sure you'll all cheer up. So let's eat. Let's fry up some fish and donuts and eat till we can't stand up. That's like a deep impact style meteor impact, extinction level event combination of foods. What? Those are both breakfast time top sellers. Still, the till we can't start up part is the problem. After we're done, we need to go explore. That's right, since the last trial is over, new areas should have opened up.
It's true.
Plus, we still have alter ego. We can't go into. She's right. We have to plan ahead and think about the future. Yeah, think happy thoughts, not deathly thoughts. Like when we're gonna get out of here, right?
Serious.
When this is all over, I think I want to get reborn for serious. Or, I mean, reborn as someone serious.
Well-
Yeah, are you okay? That's not like someone who's about to die. I'm totally okay. I'm not gonna die. Why? Because there aren't gonna be any more murders. Well, that makes it so. I predicted it last night. Since it revealed itself to me from the ether, there's no doubt about it. How accurate is your fortune telling? I can usually hit 20 or 30% on a good day. Well, yeah, it's not like it's ESP or whatever. Of course I'm only gonna get it right sometimes. I told you, my fortune telling isn't like some occult thing. Fortune telling isn't? Of course not. Clairvoyance is clairvoyance. Don't put it in the same category as cattle mutilation. Cattle what?
So-
It's referring to the urban legend where aliens abduct cows and dissect them as part of their research. No, you're calling it an urban legend? As a matter of fact, it's true. As a matter of fact, it's happened to me. It all happened one day when I went to get a hamburger. It was a place I'd never been before. They claimed their patties were chicken burger to go forward along. The sky was filled with a mysterious blinding light.
Some crazy beam, and as soon as the beam and still floating, one part of it just... Do you really... It means... something like... You can't trick me.
They totally mixed in ground pork with it. Now do you see? That is cattle mutilation. Man, I kinda got lost. Now, if you're for the occult or against it, I think of, how dare you? You stink. That's fine. It's fine? Well, anyway, I hope your prediction turns out to be true. Well, at the very least, I won't murder you. Me either. I mean, I would never. Of course. Me either.
Indeed.
That goes for me too. Of course, I would never kill anyone. I like those because we finally become united. But to be honest, I wish Byakuya and Toga were here for this too. They're so hard to deal with. The only thing, yeah, we're better off without them. I say that was enough to prove we were united for the time being. But within that bond hid weakness and fragility. All right, chapter 4. What's it called? All-Star Apologies. Hina and Chihiro. Oh no. Does Hina die in this one? Because has the person who died been at the front of all of them? I can't remember. I'll have to look it up later. We began our search as soon as we finish to find out. Alright. Yeah, alright, so I can pause. I'm going to save. And this is where we're going to call it, guys. This has been Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. And we have finally finished chapter 3. Yeah, chapter 3. And we're starting chapter 4. Alright, I'll see you all later.